Today, we are looking at yet another movie. Today we're looking at E.T. Wait, no, that's not right. McDonald's no. Oh, Mac and Me. McDonald's E.T. basically. This movie is so bad. Worse than any of the other movies we have reviewed. This is one of the many movies that does have 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, and honestly, it deserves it. But in some parts, it is so bad. It is good. And the movie kind of makes up for it with those parts. Whether those parts were supposed to be funny or not. So let's just get right into it. What? Metro Golden Mayer made this movie? So let's just get right into it. We see them, we are on some sort of other planet. We don't know whose planet it is, but we see that there are little aliens running around, and oh my goodness, these things are creepy. And then we see one of the adult aliens sticks a straw into the ground and starts drinking, I guess, moon juice. I don't know. It's insane, and I don't know. They do these weird things with their hands. I don't know. Then one of them notices a spaceship that eventually comes and sucks them up in the most terrifying scene ever. We get a super long title credits scene that goes on for another 2 minutes, and then we see that the people on Earth are observing the moon rocks that they collected from this foreign alien planet, and then of course they notice the aliens that have been trapped in there. Aliens break out and they end up exploding everything, and there's smoke everywhere, and they are so terrifying in these scenes because it's just like they're shadows and they're moving super weird, and it is something else. Scientists let the aliens get away and then immediately chase after them again, and then we see that the aliens got split up, and now the little tiny one is somewhere else and the big ones are somewhere else. And the little one starts running, and this honestly does terrify me. I was scared of E.T. This is so much scarier. Like, look at that. That's something out of your nightmares, the way he runs and his little feet tapping on the ground. Then we see the Mac and Me $13 million budget going to great use, and he gets hit by a car, and then he lands on another car, and with his like eyeballs all wacky like a cartoon. The kid actor in this movie screams for like a good minute instead of them just stopping the car, and they cause a car crash that definitely killed some people there. And then we meet the main cast for this movie. Eric, which is really the only one that you need to know the name of. His mom, and then his brother, of course. And then Eric is, of course, drinking a Coke can, blatantly facing the camera with the logo and everything. Then we see that the little alien got into their car. Oh no. The FBI checks out their car like they're doing everyone to make sure that the alien's not hiding in there. And then Eric sets down his Coke, and then the alien's hand, like super long, grabs it. And oh my goodness, what were they using $13 million budget on this? We see that the little alien dozes off to sleep, and then we see his other family drying up in the desert, hot, and their other children are dying. And now the little guy is very separated from his family because they are driving from Chicago to California. And then we get a scene where it goes on for way too long and just silence. Just watch. Like, what? What is happening there? Nothing at all. We get some more blatant advertising, and then no one notices Mac running around the house. Like, he's right next to them, making all these noises and stuff. They don't see him out of, like, the corner of their eye. But they do notice that weird stuff is happening. Like, the shower is running, but no one was in it. But then he sees little footprints everywhere. Then it's nighttime, and we see that the little alien is outside, laying down. I guess he was sleeping. But no one had been in the backyard at all. Like, not the people that were moving in their house. No one. No one had seen him laying on the grass in the backyard. And then he goes up to the glass door and, like, it just is right there. And no one notices him. Then you remember the weird hand things and the whistling that they were doing. Yeah, they bring that back, and, you know, they can hear him from, like, 5 states over doing that whistling thing. And then the whole family realizes that there's a bunch of just trees and like grass inside their home. Eric literally sees the alien cutting through their door and he sees his face, and then he just, I don't even know, he just forgets about it. Then the mom sees all the greenery and stuff inside their home and then blames it on Eric for some reason. I don't get how he could do that all in one night, or why he would do it, but okay. Then Eric starts crying, he goes into his backyard, he looks over on the water, and then his wheelchair starts slipping, and the kid's wheelchair starts running down the mountain, and he falls into the water. It's so bad. Of course, Eric can't swim because he's been in a wheelchair his whole life, so no one can save him, and the little girl's screaming for help, and then Mac, the little alien, is the one that saves him. He drags him up on the water, and then he sees him, and then he just disappears in the water. This time, Eric actually says something about the little alien to his mom, and she doesn't believe him. Then we see that one of the neighborhood's kids' sister actually works at McDonald's. Wow. I wonder what that could lead to. Maybe them wanting a
Big Mac?
After they go ahead and get a Big Mac, Eric wants to meet this alien that he's been seeing everywhere. And so he sets up these little traps of Coke around the house. Of course it's Coke, it can't be any other type of drink. Sets up these little things of Coke, and it works. It works, yeah. Because Coke is the solution to any problem, guys. Go buy a Coke now. Go buy one. Girl's plan is to suck up the aliens, so she puts a vacuum cleaner on her back, and then all havoc just breaks loose. Everything. She's on the roof. She's on the floor. She's definitely has some brain injuries, but other than that, they actually did successfully suck up the alien, but the alien actually starts to die because the vacuum cleaner ended up blowing up. And so they give him a little bit of Coke, and that brings him back to life. So go buy a Coke and bring him back to life, guys. And then we see the aliens in the desert are really, they are just on their last legs. And of course they put their hands in the sky, and then they start whistling. And they start whistling and doing these weird hand movements, and the other person starts whistling. It's so weird. A little alien takes a little child's Power Wheels and starts just going super fast, and a bunch of dogs are chasing him, and then he flies off a hill, stuck in a tree, and all the dogs are barking at him. And then for some reason Eric and his mom are like jogging, but he's in a wheelchair, so he's not really jogging. I don't understand it. The alien and the kids start holding hands, I guess, and then the alien starts doing the weird hand thing, and he starts whistling like he has done in many other scenes. Then the kids have to go to a birthday party, but they want to bring Mac so he's safe from the government, and so they put him in a teddy bear. And oh my goodness, why? This is not like a normal teddy bear either. It's like half the size of the kid. So I don't know. I go to McDonald's, and then, oh my goodness. This is the most crowded McDonald's I've ever seen. Ronald McDonald's there, and then the whole restaurant. And I mean the whole restaurant. The workers, the customers, all somehow think the same thought and think, synchronized dance, no practice, let's just do it. Synchronized dance, and they all start breaking into dance, and they're all perfectly in sync, like this wasn't somehow planned. And then Matt gets on the counter and he starts dancing, everyone's dancing. And then the government shows up and he makes everyone get out of the restaurant. I don't know, there was like 1,000 people in that McDonald's. The government starts chasing after Mac, and Eric is going super fast on his wheelchair. This is not like the scene in E.T., don't get it mistaken. And then they ended up getting into a van, and they end up driving to the desert, where Mac's other family is, as we have seen this entire movie. And then Mac starts doing his little hand thing, starts whistling, and then he sees a mine shaft. So they decide to drive to a mine shaft because Mac told them to. And the reason that Mac told them to drive to this mine shaft is because Mac's dead family is there. They are lifeless. They are lifeless, just laying there. They have died of heat. And it's kind of sad for a little bit. But then they remember how they gave Mac soda earlier, and he came back to life. So of course, they give Mac's family some coke, and of course it brings them back from the dead, because that's what coke does. It brings you back from the dead. They end up driving off from the mine shaft with the whole family inside. They end up arguing a little bit, and then they arrive at a gas station, and the aliens notice a girl in another car that has a coke. So they literally break a window and grab the coke from her. What? And the aliens go inside of the store, and they start drinking some coke, and then they get threatened by the police, and then a whole shootout ensues. The main cast gets taken away from the aliens by the police, and then the whole store ends up exploding. I wish I was joking. I wish I was. But the whole store ends up exploding. Now I see where the $13 million budget went to. And Eric, he was near the explosion, so he's dead now. They killed him because he was near an explosion. Really killed him. They even say he's gone. And the mother comes in on a helicopter. They thinks he's dead. No coke can revive this man. He is dead. But then the aliens, they come out of the explosion and they do the hand things. They do the hand things, and guess what? They start whistling. They start whistling a little bit, and you know what this leads to? Guess. The kid comes back to life, obviously, because of the weird with the whistling. You know. Why wouldn't he? Why? And then, the next scene, I guess it's a few months later, they're inside a courthouse, and then we see, for some reason, that the aliens are dressed up. But they're dressed up for a reason. They are becoming U.S. citizens. Yep, the aliens. The aliens from a different planet are becoming U.S. citizens. The main cast kiss all of them. I don't know why. And, they're all driving in a pink Cadillac, I guess. Who knows where the aliens learned how to drive. But, that's how the movie ends. They hint at a sequel, which, McDonald's, if you're watching this, please make another one. You would honestly make a lot of money, because if you just made it so bad it's good, it would be something. This movie is so bad. It deserved its place on 0% Rotten Tomatoes. It really did. This movie feels like E.T. at most parts, but then with the family, it does feel like kind of like Coneheads, and then they're being sworn into U.S. citizens feels like Coneheads. I don't know. McDonald's, please make a sequel. I would pay good money to see that movie. Alright, but I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Also, I just wanted to mention, 2 days ago, as I'm recording this, 3 days ago, whenever this goes out, this channel hit 2 years on YouTube, which is kind of amazing. And I'm going to be doing a lot more videos, because in 2 years, I've only uploaded 35 videos. I'm trying to do one once a week. I've been consistent, but other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Please make sure to subscribe and like the video, and goodbye, guys.